Welcome everyone for today's Dhamma session, which we is have every Sunday. And today it's amazing that we have Honorable Bhante Sumitta sharing his knowledge on Majjhima Nikaya number 135 on Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta. Venerable Bhante Sumitta is the founder of Dhamma USA, a non-profit organization based on community and spiritual care activities. Bhante is actively engaged in social welfare activities in the United States. He conducts Dhamma talks, Sutta discussions, meditations, and Pali language classes. He helps many underprivileged children and families in Sri Lanka and India. Bhante Sumitta started U West Pali Society at the University of the West to promote Pali studies along with Buddhist arts and culture. Currently, he works as a faculty at Right Mindfulness Training Academy, and he has also worked as an adjunct faculty at the University of the West in several departments, teaching ethics in Buddhist ministry, fundamentals of Buddhism, introduction to Buddhist psychology, and many more. He works with many Buddhist temples in the US with his Dhamma sharing and meditation classes to help the community. Prior to arriving in the United States, Bhante Sumitta was working at the Bhikshu University of Sri Lanka as a senior lecturer in English. He has completed two bachelor degrees and three master degrees prior to pursuing his doctoral degree at the University of the West. It's a pleasure to have you, Venerable Bhante. May I please request you for today's Dhamma Desna? Thank you.
Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhamman Munirajas Sunantu Sagga Mokkadam Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Kammasaka manava satta kammadayada Kammayoni kammabandhu kammapati Yang kammam karissami kalyanam va papakam va tassadayado bhavisami Kammasaka manava satta kammadayada Kammayoni kammabandhu kammapati Kammang satte vibhajati yadidam hina panitatayati. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Good morning, dear Dhamma friends, and good evening to those people who join us from the other side of the earth. And this Dhamma talk on Majjhima Nikaya 135, Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta, is a very, very powerful sutta. It will be very helpful to all of us if we try to be more familiar with this sutta. This sutta is very interesting sutta because it talks about the karma, the action that we do in our day-to-day life, and also it provides us the responsibility on ourselves. So you are the owner of your own karma, and the sutta is based on a story, on a story that we call Todeya and Subha. So Todeya was a Brahmin, powerful Brahmin, a very wealthy person. When the Buddha was living at Savatis, Jetavana monastery, built by Anathapindika, the Blessed One was walking for alms round. And when he was walking for alms round, one day he saw a dog barking at him. And then the Buddha said to the dog, Todeya, you have been disrespectful to me before also, and even now, after being born as a dog, you're not practicing generosity. You are not even kind to me. You are not even respectful to me even today. And the moment that was said, the little puppy felt shy and he ran inside, and he was sleeping inside the kitchen, not in the normal comfortable cushions. And in the evening, when the young man came home, called Subha, when Subha came home and he was searching for his little puppy, and then he couldn't find it. He asked his servants, "Where is my little puppy?" And then the servant said the incident that took place in the morning. And ever since the Buddha said that, the puppy didn't want to come out of the kitchen, and he would sleep there only, and he would not eat. He would sleep in the kitchen. And then Subha was very angry and very upset. And how dare the Buddha insulted my father? My father was a Brahmin, a powerful Brahmin, and he would only be born in the Brahma realm after his death, because we are Brahmins. And how can he be a dog? How can he be born in an animal realm? And that time he was thinking of going to meet the Buddha and asked for more details. And why did he say that to his dog? Insulted his father. And then he went aggressively and in a rush, in a hurried manner. And he was very restless, very aggressive too. And then he went to the Buddha, asked about this. The Buddha quietly, peacefully, patiently, and compassionately listened to him. The Blessed One let this young man, already distressed, stressful with the anger and the sadness about his own father. And he let him release himself. And then at the end of it, when everything was said, Buddha compassionately asked again. He did not talk about anything. He said, um, Subha, do you think your father has hidden some treasure from you? And that time, Subha said, my father was a very rich man. He was a very wealthy man. I'm sure he had more wealth that he did not show to me. And the Buddha said, okay, now you go back home and give a good shower to your puppy, and then give some good food to him, and pet him well, nicely, and talk to him dearly. Address to him as your father. Ask him, dear father, can you please show me the hidden treasure that you did not show me before? And the young man thought, oh, if I get some money, if the Buddha said this, he has never been to my house, he has never visited my house inside. He doesn't know anything about my house construction, the structure, and the interiors. He doesn't know anything. And so this is a good opportunity for me also to prove if he is right or wrong. And if he was right, and I could get some money, why not? And if he was wrong, then he would be in trouble, because I can tell everyone that the Buddha was telling lies. And so he went back home, did the same as the Buddha instructed, and then actually the puppy was sleeping right on the top, right on top of the hidden treasure, and he was scratching. When the scratched the ground, the puppy scratched the ground, and then young man Subha, he was digging, and he was able to find a lot of hidden treasure that his father did not show it to him when he was alive. Now, the young man was very impressed and so surprised and shell shocked. How come the Buddha, having never been able to visit my house inside, and how could he exactly figure out these things? And he is not a simple person as I have been thinking of him. He is such an important person. He is a very powerful spiritual master. I should go meet him. I should go discuss with him more about um, our life. So, young man was going back to the Buddha. Now, this time with a very happy mind. On the one hand, he got a lot of money, and on the other, he found a great respect for the Buddha for his wonderful spiritual um, mastership. So, he went to the Buddha, and then uh, the story was taking place in a different shade. Over here, in this sutta, I would like to show you a little bit of. mm, Okay, so I would like to show you the essential summary of this discussion that took place between the Buddha and the young man. So actually, in the PowerPoint, you can see a little bit. the the first part of the sutta. It's okay, I can read it for you. So over here he said, Konu ko bhogotama hetu ko pachayo yena manusanang yeva satang manussa bhutanang dissantihina panidata. Okay. Dissantihi bhogotama manusa appayuka. Dissanti dighayuka. Dissanti bauhabada. Dissanti appabada. Dissanti dubbanna. Dissanti vannavanto. Dissanti appesakha. Dissanti mahesakha. Dissanti appabhoga. Dissanti mahabhoga. Dissanti nicha kulina. Dissanti ucca kulina. Dissanti duppanya. Dissanti panyavanto. Konu ko bhogotama hetu ko pachayo. Yena manusanang yeva sattang manusa bhutanang dissanti hina panitatati. So now this young man, also a very smart, intelligent man, he was asking the Buddha, Master Gautama, what is the reason? What is the condition? Why inferiority and superiority are met with among human beings, among mankind? For one meets with short-lived and long-lived people, sick and healthy people, ugly and beautiful people, insignificant and influential people, poor and rich people, low-born and high-born people, stupid and wise people. What is the reason? What is the condition why superiority and inferiority are met with among human beings, among mankind? Now, this is really, really interesting and very important. So he wanted to ask this question, and we see in our society there are lots and lots of people in our society with so many disparities. Why this division? Some people are very good looking, some people are not so good looking, some people are very rich, some people are very poor. We see that in our society. We see amazing people, very wise people and very stupid people, and so many different kinds of people in our society. We see all these things. And a lot of people think, what is the problem? What is the reason behind this? And it is not only somebody's good luck, hard work, but also that person's previous good karma. So the Buddha gives a really wonderful answer to this man. Kamma saka manava satta kamma dayada. Kamma yoni, kamma bandhu, kamma patisarana. Kammang satte vibhajati yadidang hina panita tayati. Nakho ahang imasa bhoto gotamasa sankhitena bhasitasa vitharena attang avibhatasa vitharena attang ajanami. Sadhu me bhavang gotamo tatha dhammang desetu yatha ahang imasa bhoto gotamasa sankhitena bhasitasa vitharena attang avibhatasa vitharena attang ajaniyanti. Now, this young man asked the Buddha. The Buddha actually explained to him that young man, karma or kamma is the reason behind these all kinds of discriminations or disparities or divisions in the society. That is why you see differences in society. Some people are better off, some people are not so, some people are more influential, very significant, and some people are not so, and some people are high born, some people are low born, poor, rich, healthy, not healthy, wise and stupid. All these things are because of someone's own karma. And this is again a very remarkable, a very powerful teaching, really, really helpful to us when the Buddha said that. Look at this. Student, beings are owners of karma, heirs of karma. They have karmas as their progenitor, karmas as their kin, karmas as their homing place. It is karmas that differentiate beings according to inferiority and superiority. So, when the Buddha said that, the young man said again, the Blessed One, I don't really understand what you said in brief. If you could explain it to me in detail, that will be very, very helpful. And the Buddha said, okay, I will tell you in detail. Listen to me carefully. So the Buddha said, Idhamanava ekaccho ittiva purisova panati pati hoti um, iddho lohitapani, luddho lohitapani, hata pahate nyutto, adayapano panabhutesu. So tena kammena evaං samattena evaං samadhinnena kaya sabheda parang marana apayang dukkatiṃ vinipataṃ nirayam uppajjati. Noche kaya sabheda parang marana apayang duggatiṃ vinipataṃ nirayam uppajjati sache manussataṃ agacchati yattha yattha paccājayati appāyuko hoti. Appāyukang vattanika esa manava patipada yadidam panati pati hoti luddho lohitapani hatapahate nyutto adayapanno panabhutesu. Now the Buddha gives one explanation about why people become short-lived, and there are few things that we need to know in the sutta. And he talks about when um, somebody becomes short-lived, and some other people become long-lived. Why does it happen? So the Buddha said, because you hurt others, you take others' life, and your life will be short-lived then. If you harm others' life, your life will also be harmed. If you don't know how to respect others' life, your life will not be respected as well. No matter how much you try to have so many security guards around you, it doesn't make much of a sense because you are harming others. You can't sleep peacefully if you harm others. When you become um, like surrounded by so many security guard, what does that mean? You are not safe, you are not secure, you can sleep comfortably, you can walk around freely, independently, you can do that. So you are always very suspicious. You really have a lot of troubles in dealing with the common public. Like you and I, we can walk anywhere, walk around, and we can talk to people. We don't need security guard. But those people who are in dealing with arms and weapons, they can do just like that. And so this is really interesting. Like when we uh, hurt others, when we take others' life, this is what happens to people. So the Buddha said, here, student or young man, Some woman or man is a killer of living beings, murderous, bloody-handed, given to blows and violence, merciless to living beings, due to having performed completed such karmas. So when you complete such a karma, on the dissolution of the body after death, he reappears in a state of deprivation, in an unhappy destination, in perdition, in hell. If on the dissolution of the body after death, instead of his reappearing in a state of deprivation, in an unhappy destination, in perdition, in hell, he comes to the human state. He is short lived. Whatever he is, wherever he is born, this is the way that leads to short life. That is to say, to be a killer of living beings, murderous, bloody handed, given to blows and violence, merciless to living beings. So, now the Buddha gives a very wonderful argument here. If you cut short others' life, your life will also be cut short. You can live long when you start killing other people, and the karmic effect will come back to you. So it's not only from this birth, it's also from the previous birth. And all these karmic energies will be there. And that is why some people can't live. And no matter how rich you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how many things you have, so many servants or so many accomplishments you have, still your life will be short lived because you have taken others' life in the previous births. And so I think this is a really interesting point. As a Buddhist monk, we have attended so many funerals. We have attended um, funerals of people who have lived even more than 100 years. And sometimes we go to people's funeral and they are like they have lived like 70 80 years, and some 50 60 years, some 30 40 years, and some very young teenagers, and some even very little babies. We have seen that. We have um, been through all these different funeral stages of people, and we see and how people are so much stressed when they see their loved ones gone at such a young age, when they depart with such short life, so much to go. And you can see that um, we have our own relatives. We have seen how they have passed away with short life, and so many friends we have seen, so many other people, devotees we have seen. Their life became very short. During the pandemic, we have seen that too. Some very strong, very healthy people just died just like that. And it's not only the pandemic, it is also the karmic conditions that they had. And some people somehow, you and I, we somehow survived. How did that happen? It also is not only the prevention, not only the face mask, not only the face shield, but also our own past good karmic conditions that saved us from being a part of that pandemic. So we need to really think of it. And now, if you want to live long, then what should we do? The Buddha said, Idapanamanava ekaccho ithiva purisova panatipatang pahanaya panatipatang pahaya panatipata pativirato hoti. If you want to live long, you have to get rid of panatipata. You have to get rid of taking others' life. And nihita dando, you can take weapons, you can take rods. Nihita sattho, nihita dando, nihita sattho. Satta means weapons. Danda means some other sticks and other things. Lajji dayapanno. You have to be ashamed of doing such things. So lajja and bhaya are called deva dhamma, the conduct of the devas or the celestial beings. Lajja and bhaya, they are called deva dhammas. These two things, fear of doing wrong things and shame of doing wrong things. So lajji means shame, ashamed to do such things. So when you want to live long, everyone, I think, really love to live longer. And if you want to live longer, please do not kill others. Even little, not only humans, but also the other sentient beings, you have to respect their life. They all deserve to live. We have no right to take their life. So we don't have actually any authority to take others' life. So it's really important. We need to respect others' life, and even mosquitoes, even other insects, they all have their own life circle, sansaric journey, just like you and I. And they also are very helpful for the biodiversity of this earth. And for example, the bees are so important sentient beings. We really want to respect them. Although they bite us, they also bite us because we disturb them. And sometimes we see the wild elephants. For example, in Sri Lanka, we have a lot of wild elephants. We had a lot of wild elephants in the past. Now, um, because of the human intervention, now the elephant population is becoming less and less. They are such wonderful, beautiful, amazing animals. We see them everywhere. Such wonderful animals in African jungles, and also in India and other countries too. The biggest mammal uh, in the earth. So we have to respect them. We have to take care of them, and then this world will become a very beautiful place. Sometimes, for example, in the paddy fields, we have heard that how important it is to, not to use any chemicals. And because there were rats and there were snakes, so they somehow did the balance. And now we use chemicals, and people can actually step onto the paddy fields because they get sick themselves because of the chemical fertilizers. And also, when you eat the paddy, the rice, with such powerful chemical fertilizers, people become sick, and we get like mysterious diseases. So we see that the crop is faster, the harvesting is more, and paddy and all the other fruits and all things are, in abundance. But then again, with the use of those things, people's life have become changed. So you see how we can change. Um, we can cut short others' life in a way where we are not really compassionate, or we are not really considering others' life. So the Buddha said, if you do that, as a part of this bad karma, you will be born in a lower realm. And if not, if you are not born in a lower realm, you will, just in case you are born as a human, wherever you are born, you will be short lived. You will be short lived. That is why the Buddha said, you have to you have to get rid of that. You have to um, get rid of that habit and respect others, and then you can live longer. Over here, the Buddha says, but here some woman or man, having abandoned the killing of living beings, abstains from killing living beings, lays aside the rod, and lays aside the knife, is considerate and merciful, and dwells compassionate for the welfare of all living beings. Due to having performed and completed such karmas on the dissolution of the body after death, he reappears in a happy destination in the heavenly world. So if we do good things, if you take care of those sentient beings, other living beings, if you respect them, that itself is a powerful good karma. And also you practice compassion, loving kindness, and so all these are really powerful good karma. And that good karmic condition help you, lead you to the heavenly realms or um, good upper realms. And if not, you are if you are not, just in case if you are not born in a heavenly realm, you will be born as a human being, and then the effect is he is long lived. Wherever he is born, he is long lived. This is the way that leads to long life. That is to say, to have abandoned the killing of living beings, to abandon from living beings, to lay aside the rod and lay aside the knife, to be considerate and merciful, and to dwell compassionate for the welfare of all living beings. So, dear Dhamma friends, in this sutta, we have quite a few things that we need to know. The Buddha said, Kamma Saka, we are the owners of karma. Karma Dayada, we are the heirs of karma, heirs to our own karma. Karma Yoni, origin or womb of beings is karma. Karma Bandhu, Bandhu means relative or kinsman, kinsman bound by karma. Karma as relative. Karma is my relative. Karma is your relative. Your own karma is your own relative. Kamma Patisarana. Karma is the refuge in karma. So we have karma as a very powerful force that can be an integral part of our life. So very important to know this thing. And so in the sutta, the Buddha said, Panatipati hoti appayuka samvattanika. So if you kill others, you will also be short-lived. And panatipata pativirato dighayuko. And if you avoid such things, then your life will be longer. And you will live longer. Vihetaka jatiko, if you hurt others. Now, the previous one was taking others' life, but this one is hurting. You hurt others, then what happens? Bauha badha. You will have a lot of diseases. You will have you will be sickly all the time. So you don't want to be sickly, right? You want to be healthy all the time. Then you have to be avihetaka jatiko. You can't hurt others then. You can't harm others then. So the other one is kodhano hoti upayasa bahulo dubbanno hoti. If you become angry, what happens? If you become angry, you will have um, you will have uh, ugly, ugly face. So there are some people who are not so pleasant to people. It's not only the skin color again; it is the unpleasant atmosphere, unpleasant aura that you have. It can happen to people. So if you become angry all the time, very easily getting angry, short-tempered, and aggressive all the time, and you don't have any patience, and you yell at others, and you hurt people in many different ways, and at your family maybe, at your office maybe, wherever you become go, and if you are very quarrelsome, angry, then what happens? You will become ugly person. You don't want to be ugly, right? Then you have to practice akkodano hoti anupayasa bahut. You practice loving kindness. You practice patience. You practice compassion, and be nice to others, and be kind to others. Be patient, and then everyone will see you as a very special person. You will be loved by the others. And there is another one, Issa Manako. Issa means jealousy. Okay, when you have jealousy, if you don't like other people doing good, or if other people have a lot of prosperity, or if other people are respected by the society, and then when you see that and you can't really bear it, you feel jealous, and then what happens? You will become appe sakka. Appe sakka is not a good thing again. You become an insignificant person. Okay. And then anista manako, if you want to be like very significant person, you have to be anista manako. You have to be away from jealousy. And nadata hoti appabhogo. Everyone loves to become rich, right? You want to be rich? Do you want to be rich? Then you have to practice generosity. So generosity is a practice by many, many people in the world. They have such good heart to take care of others who are in need of our help. And if you do it, you will become a very rich person. You see some people today, they are very rich. They have so much money and so much comfort. How? How does it happen? Because they have done such good karma in the past, and those karmic conditions have helped them to live today comfortably. And everyone complains, like, I'm not rich, I don't have money, I don't have job. A lot of people ask our help also. Can you help us? Can you help me study? Can you help us build a house? And can you buy some food for us? And many people ask us, request us, beg us. And now, why is that? Because they have not practiced generosity in the past. And there are a lot of people um, like you. You have done so much good karma in the past by practicing generosity. And so, if you want to be rich, you need to start practicing generosity. When you practice generosity, it's not only money, but also food, maybe some service, maybe some volunteer help. Do all these kinds of wonderful practice of generosity. Then your life will become so much better, so much comfortable. So try to consider to be a practitioner of generosity. And then, um, so if you become data hoti, you will be mahabhogi. You can become a very powerful, very wealthy, very rich person if you want to become a generous person. This again is the karmic condition. We need to remember that. Then taddo hoti antimani nicha kulina samvattanika. If you become tadda means like very stubborn, and atimani is very high ego and very conceited person. If you are like that, then what happens? You will become nicha kulina, low birth. Why? Because of your stubbornness, because of your conceit, because of your high ego, super ego, and you will have a lot of issues because you try to look down upon the others, and you will also not respect the others, and you will not really care for the others, and you have that super ego with you. And then what happens? You will not be um, rewarded accordingly. You will be actually punished. When we see in the society, there are some people who are low birth, and that could happen because of that, their own past karmic condition. And now we can also see some people, really, really amazing people, and everyone respect them, and the society have great respect for them. How does it happen? They are high birth, Uchakulina people, because they were um, Attadho and Anatimani. They were very humble, and they were very simple people, and they were very respectful in their previous birth. So today we can do it, we can change it, we can switch, we recognize our own mistake. If you are any of these categories, maybe more or less, not 100%, but you need to recognize the amount of issue that you have. If you have ego, if you have greed, if you have jealousy, if you have um, any of these things, like you become a like angry person or hurting others, or all these things, if you have, you need to take care of it, and then you can actually change your own life. And then last two things are really important. Like, no one wants to be a stupid person, right? So then paripuchita hoti tuppanyo. Why some people are so stupid? They are not able to understand things so easily. Why does it happen? And that is because we have not um, when we meet some wise people, sometime when we meet a Buddhist monk, let's say, you talk about all the nonsense, and you talk about all the politics or all the other unnecessary things. Why don't you talk about the Dhamma? Ask them some questions. You have to ask questions. Na paripuchita hoti duppanya. If you don't ask questions, your wisdom will not be improved. So you have to ask questions. If you meet some good, wise person, try to improve your wisdom, your knowledge, with the help of that person's amazing experience and their powerful wisdom. And so, asking questions will be the key to panyava, that is paripuchita hoti panyavanta. That panyavanto, that means if you ask questions, um, asking questions can also be like, the intention should be to improve your knowledge, and also to clear your doubts, and that way you will become a wise person, right? So asking questions will be really, really important. So this is how we deal with this wonderful sutta called um, what you call Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta. And then the Buddha said, this person, he was so happy. He said, Abhikantam bhogotama, Abhikantam bhogotama, Seyathapi bhogotama, Nikujjitang va kujjaya, Patichannang va vivareya, Molhasava maggang achikkeya, Andhakare va telapajyotan dhareya, Chakkumanto rupani dakkintiti. Evametam bhota gotamena aneka paryayena dhammo pakasito esahang bhavantam gotamang saranang gacchami dhammancha bhikkhu sanghancha upasakang mang bhavang Gotamo dharetu ajjathagge panupetang saranang gatanti. So this man was so happy, and he said to the Blessed One, I am so happy, the Blessed One, and you have changed my life. I have completely transformed myself with this powerful teaching. And magnificent Master Gautama, magnificent Master Gautama. The Dhamma has been made clear in many ways by Master Gautama, as though he were turning upright what had been overthrown, revealing the hidden, showing the way to one who is lost, holding up a lamp in the darkness for those with eyes to see forms. So I'm so happy. I go to the Master Gautama for refuge, and to the Dhamma, and to the Sangha of bhikkhus. So this is why we call triple gem. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, he said. From today, let Master Gautama accept me as a lay follower who has gone to him for refuge, for life. I will become the Master Gautama's, the Blessed One's lifelong devotee from today onwards. And that is how he said his life has been changed, transformed into such a wonderful thing. So the Buddha, in essence, in this sutta, he says, the way that leads to short life makes people short-lived. The way that leads to long life make people long-lived. The way that leads to sickness makes people sick. The way that leads to health makes people healthy. The way that leads to ugliness makes people ugly. The way that leads to beauty makes people beautiful. The way that leads to insignificance makes people insignificant. The way that leads to influence makes people influential. The way that leads to poverty makes people poor. The way that leads to riches makes people rich. The way that leads to low birth makes people low born. The way that leads to high birth makes people high born. The way that leads to stupidity makes people stupid. The way that leads to wisdom makes people wise. So these are those other all the very essence of this wonderful sutta, uh, Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta. I hope this was helpful, and I'm happy to um, help you if you have any other questions. And thank you so much for joining us with this Dhamma talk on Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta. May the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha be with you all. May you all be well, happy, healthy, safe. Sukhi Degharipo. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante, for sharing your knowledge on Cūla-kammavibhaṅga Sutta. It's one of the extremely important sutta because it talks on karma and how karma is such an important factor in our life. What I am today is because whatever I did in the past, and whatever I will be in the future, it would be because of my present. So whatever I do in the present, it will affect my future as well. So person knows this, he would only do the beautiful karmas, the wholesome karmas, in order to save his future. And this sutta also explains like what a person wants, he can gain it. If a person wants a birth in the heavenly world, what he's supposed to do. And if he wants birth in the human world, but with a lot of wealth and happiness and beautiful. So here the sutta explains everything. Whatever a person wants, he can get it. Such a wonderful explanation given by you, Bhante, in very simple words. I really appreciate that, Bhante.
Yeah, I think as you mentioned, like we have the authority, right? The Buddha has given us the authority. So we don't want to depend on others or unseen force or unseen element. We are the owner of our own karma. So the responsibility lies upon us. And as you mentioned, yes, if you want to be born in the heavenly realm, you can do it. If you want to be in the lower realm, you can do it. I saw recently a picture. There was a, what do you call, a staircase. Okay, one arrow upward, one arrow downward. You decide where to go, upside or downside, upstairs or downstairs. It is up to you to decide. And if you want to become enlightened, you can do it. If you want to be a Buddha, you can do it. If you want to be a Pacheka Buddha, you can do it. If you want to be uh, an Arahanta, you can do it. It's up to you. You decide your own karma. You are the owner of your own karma. I really like that idea because we have the responsibility. We don't want to, feel worried like someone is controlling me. I have the navigating power. I have the controlling power. Then it becomes much comfortable.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much, Bhante. And we do have a question, Bhante.
Hmm.
The question is, how can we apply this Buddha's teachings in our daily lives to get a meaningful life and also to improve our own good karma to upgrade our life step by step to achieve our goal of Nibbana? The kind of you have explained previously, but also a little bit more in detail, Bhante, that would be
Hmm.
appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, I think now please think of your own life. You have to analyze. You have to um, look back into yourself. And I think you need to make a short list of your own mistakes, like am I short-lived? Or am I getting sick all the time? Or am I not looking good? Uh, am I like insignificant person? Um, I'm not like a superstar. Nobody like cares for me. And do you think like something like that? Sometimes you see like you complain, no matter how much I help others, nobody cares for me. No matter how much good I do, and I still gain bad in return. Do you think so? And nobody, do you think like nobody respect you? And do you think like you don't have money enough? You don't have respect or name and fame, all these things. Or you do you also think you are stupid? People can think, you know, if you think there is the solution here in this sutta, how to get rid of that, how to get rid of that, control your anger, practice loving kindness, and then don't hate others, don't hurt others, and get rid of jealousy, very very dangerous thing. And also try to control your short temperedness, and also practice generosity, and become simple, become humble, and also ask questions. Meet wonderful people, friends, relatives, or monks, or some spiritual masters. If you meet them, ask questions, clear your doubts. That way you will become a wise person. And look into yourself and try to recognize your own mistake. And then hopefully you can sort out this issue and continue to be part of this program as well. We also have a separate Q&A session on Wednesday at 6 p.m. So we invite all of you to join us and let us discuss. We can discuss together, and then um, we can make our life more meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. And I think this sutta also gives in a hidden way, telling, practicing generosity, loving kindness, and even mudita, karuna. Mudita is like rejoicing and appreciative joy, being happy in others' happiness. So you will be influential in the future life if you respect others and appreciate others.
Yeah, mudita is against the what do you call
Envy,
yeah,
envy,
jealous.
jealousy.
Yeah, mudita
Yeah,
is a really powerful thing. Like if you have jealousy, you need to think, oh, I have jealousy. I always have this issue. I'm always trying to see the bad side of people. Not really because they're bad, but because of my own jealousy. I think there is a wonderful trick you can do. You can keep your palms together close to your heart and say sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
They have done so much good in the past, and that is why now they are being rewarded. I should follow that example. I should also be a wonderful person like that. You need to take that example into your own life, cultivate those wonderful, wholesome qualities within you. Then you can be a better person.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bhante. The name is not written here, but it's Facebook user. I think that he must have got the answer. Thank you for your question. There's one more other question, Bhante, from AS. Greed, hatred, and delusion rise up so easily, fighting with the patience and friendliness to be heard. Any guidance for these often moments?
Yeah, I think you have to continue to practice meditation. If you practice daily basis, then it will be much easier for you to recognize your own bodily changes and mental changes. And if you don't pay attention to, it is hard. Remember Buddha in many suttas, including the Satipatthana Sutta, he said, Atapi sampajano satima. Atapi means you need to have that passion to get rid of the defilements. Atapi. Sampajano, you have to be really alert. And then satima, you have to be mindful all the time. And if something happens to you, like greed comes to you, see if it happens to you. And then during that time, when that greed happens, close your eyes, take a good look at yourself. Take a long deep breath also if you want. And then slowly release and relax and recognize your thought. Look into your mind and see what's happening in your mind. The greed appears there now. You are overwhelmed with greed, and see how your body is coordinating with that. Your body is reacting, different parts of your body is being affected. They are being affected if you have those negative qualities, negative emotions, negative thoughts in your mind. Because of our own sakkaya ditthi, this can happen. So think of it and just observe it. And that way you will be able to get out of this greed faster than ever. And you need to recognize and you need to accept it. Remember, taddo atimani, like stubborn and ego, super ego. When you have that, you can't accept your mistake. You don't want to accept it. You always want to put the blame on the others. It is, I am doing it because of somebody else. Always try to point finger at others. Remember, when you point one finger at others, how many fingers are pointing towards you? We need to know that. So it's really helpful if you become humble if you accept your own fault, mistake, then there is an opportunity for you to rectify that. And if you have anger, it's again the same technique. You need to close your eyes, take a good long deep breath, and actually you need to see your mind. Maybe when you are angry, your ears or your maybe sides of the brain, or maybe your heart, they can be affected. You can feel the pressure cooker situation, because anger is to deal with fire. So you are burning inside. You burn yourself inside when you have anger. So just observe it. Don't try to douse the fire right away. Just observe it, and it'll actually be gone sooner. It'll disappear sooner without any damage to you. If you become mindful, if you observe it, eventually you can be a master of yourself, and how not to get angry no matter what, how you can control your anger, how can you become a dominant person when it comes to anger. If you can think like, I'm not getting angry. Sometimes when your children or become very irritating, sometimes it can happen, right? The children can be very irritating, and so you should be able to recognize, oh, the anger is coming to me. I can't get angry even because of my children. I can't get angry. I should be patient. I should be calm. Inner peace should not be shattered into pieces because of them. I have to take care of my own inner peace. So you should be careful not to lose your wonderful, wholesome inner peace. And then the same thing like delusion. Delusion is again a very difficult thing to deal with. Delusion is much more actually challenging compared to greed and hatred. Delusion is something to deal with, um, listening to Dhamma talks, reading some good Dhamma books, and also associating with wonderful Kalyana with the friends. That way, your delusion can be avoided. So, also very important, as you mentioned here, I need to recognize it. I am. I have this ignorance in me. I'm not clear with the path. So it's good. I really appreciate those people who join this program too. I think they have a good, wonderful heart. They have that flexibility within them. They are humble, and they are also passionate of learning something good, something positive. And I'm sure that quality itself will be very, very important, very helpful. So keep learning the Dhamma, keep asking questions, and then you can actually um, get rid of ignorance. Okay? I think you're mute.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you so much, Bhante. There are no more questions, but lots of appreciation towards you.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I think it's nice to meet those wonderful people. We have been here for a while now. It is number 86. So I
yes,
think we do have a lot of Dhamma friends who want to join with Dhamma USA this Sunday Dhamma Talk program. Uh, yeah, we appreciate everyone, and thank you so much for joining us, asking questions, and also appreciating. Yeah. Um,
yes, and I think one of the Venerable Bhante has also joined. It's saying very beautiful, timely, profitable, Buddha's great teachings. He also seemed to be a splendid Dhamma teacher of scholar. I'm so glad Venerable Ananda Sagar was able to join today's session as well, Bhante.
Okay, thank you so much, Venerable Ananda Sagar. I don't know whether he's from Sri Lanka or India or some other country. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Bhante. Do you want to share before the conclusion? We want to bless us, everyone, Bhante.
Okay, with the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, may you all be well, happy, healthy. We can invoke blessings upon you with loving kindness and good heart, good intention. We see many people who are suffering due to many reasons, due to economic conditions, due to financial uh, reasons, some job related or health related, or some other reasons they are suffering, maybe due to loss of their loved ones, and also maybe due to something wrong in their own country or in even outside their country in the world. So if someone is suffering um, within due to some reason, we would like to invoke blessings upon all of you and all of them. May you all be well, happy, healthy by the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, by the power of all the Dana, Sila, Bhavana activities, wonderful, wholesome, meritorious actions, karma that we have accrued today and during this lifetime, and also during the whole course of samsara. May all those people who are troubled, who are stressed, may their trouble will be sorted out and their stress may it be gone as soon as possible. Again, by the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, by the power of these wholesome karmic conditions, may all the people who joined us today and all the people who will watch this later and all of you who have been part of this wonderful Dhamma program and all your loved ones, near and dear ones, everyone else as well, everyone in the world, all sentient beings, all children, all elders, all men and all women, all humans and all non-humans, and all those skybound, earthbound, waterbound sentient beings, near and far, seen and unseen, short and long, and strong and weak, may they all be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May they all be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May no harm come to them from water, fire, air. May they be safe and protected wherever they are. May you be able to live your life peacefully, comfortably, with good health. May you be able to study hard, especially the young children, and may all the other parents and elders be able to do their professions smoothly and comfortably. May all of you be able to live your life peacefully, comfortably, and good health. And more, may all sentient beings, including Devas and Brahmas, also be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all of your departed ones receive this merit, share this merit, be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all of them and may all of us, and may all sentient beings in the upper realm, higher realm, heavenly realms, and also in the lower realms be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of their samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say three times Sa,
Sadhu,
Sa,
sadhu,
Sa.
sadhu. uh,
Abhivadana Silisa Nichang Vadha Pachaino Chattaro Dhamma Vadhanti Ayuvanno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mevacha Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminate Samichyatu.
sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante, once again. And thank you to all the participants who joins us every Sunday, 6 a.m. Pacific time. And everyone have a wonderful day. Take care and looking forward to see you all next Sunday. Thank you so much. And thank you, Bhante. Do we have your permission to close
So
the
much.
session?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.